After the Columbine tragedy, Marilyn Manson retreated from the public eye. And then in the early 2000s, another band emerged that actually terrified me the first time I saw them live. That band was Slipknot.
And so I've come all the way to Des Moines, Iowa, which is the home of Slipknot, to meet with the mastermind behind the band. Because I want to ask him, is Slipknot about shock rock, or is it something much more real?
I didn't set out to be Kiss. I certainly didn't set out to be Alice Cooper. I'm not putting on a show. Those other bands, no disrespect, like I said, all great bands, but I don't care. I came up with wearing the mask because I didn't want people to see my real pain. I wanted to share my own fear behind the mask. That way, you, the fan, could adjust to the symbolism of what I represented, which I am the clown. I have this sadistic way about me that is very unpredictable, very violent, very dangerous, and very in your face.
It's almost like just creating some sense of shock wasn't enough.
War. That's what we are. We're war.
One thing that I always said about Slipknot is when people say, why do you wear masks? I'm like, what are you talking about? We don't. My mask is a reflection of the guy you're talking to right now. We were a band from the middle of nowhere. We're all complete misfits, pretty much outcasts with a lot of personal demons. It's like, no, we don't wear masks. I mean, that's us.
I grew up in an alcoholic family, so I had built up a lot of rage and a lot of anger. But I know that when I get on stage, I get to live out that pain. We were forcing ourselves to recognize our pain and our anger and pushing ourselves to limits that no other band could ever think about.
Clown had a decomposing crow, and he would inhale this stuff just to like feel the evil and feel the death. Sometimes he'd throw up. Sometimes he'd throw up right into his mask. And if he's playing with vomit right in his face and his mask and smelling it, that drove his show.
We're here to make the live experience as real as it possibly can be. Things are being thrown. Things are made out of metal. There's not a member in Slipknot that will tell you that they don't have a fear of receiving some sort of major injury or potentially death.
As extreme and dangerous Slipknot appears, you are creating something that is resonating with all these kids.
Because we're the product of this society. We represent kids that have had backs turned to them forever. I came up with the term maggots. Our kids are like maggots. They're feeding off of our disgusting way of thinking, our violent nature, but it goes deeper than that. If you know anything about a maggot, you know that a maggot turns into a fly, and a fly grows wings. It can leave the death and fly anywhere it wants, to a place of beauty, to a place of peace. I'm trying to give you a revelation. I'm trying to make an epiphany go off in your head. This is salvation through the pain that we have, and that's what I've been trying to do this whole time, was to find my own salvation through my own anger.